Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Down the Rabbit Hole with Alice Hatter. My name is Alice Hatter, and I was born and raised in New Orleans. Tonight's episode is titled Just Got Out the ER. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This story is full improv. I just got out of the ER. Now, I wasn't planning on going to the ER, as most of us don't plan our visits to the ER. But, so I was working, and then all of a sudden, my body just turned completely red, was completely on fire, prickly, itchy. Oh man, just the worst, right? And so last weekend I had to go to urgent care. I called her. I'm like, hey, look, I'm on fire. I had to clock out of work. I don't know what's going on. And she's like, you're having an allergic reaction to the medication I gave you. You have to go to the emergency room. Y'all know how much I love doctors. And I actually do love good doctors. I mean, these guys were great. I mean, I didn't want to go because I was like, do we really have to do that? She's like, you're having an allergic reaction to a medication. Yes, you have to go. I started having trouble swallowing, and I was like, okay, yeah, she's right. I need to go. So go to the ER. I let them know. I'm like, hey, or I pull up to the ER. And this ER had valet, dude. I was driving around the parking lot, couldn't find any parking, worried, freaking out, prickly, skin's red, not feeling good, man. And then I see a security officer roll down my window. I'm like, yo, I'm having an allergic reaction and I can't find anywhere to park. And the officer was so sweet. She was like, just pull up to the front of the ER. They got you on valet. And I was like, let's go. So that was really awesome. So then they valet parked my car, and I see the triage nurse or whatever, and she's like, asked me, are you having trouble breathing and stuff? I was like, oh yeah, I feel terrible, man. I can't breathe. I'm itching. My throat's closing up. She's like, all right, we're going to get you into a room as soon as possible. Literally, maybe 3 minutes later, I've never been seen that fast at the ER, mind you. 3 minutes later, there's a really nice lady, comes with a wheelchair. She's like, all right, are you ready? I'm like, frig yeah, I'm ready. So I get in the wheelchair. She's a doll. She's strolling me around like the old lady that my soul is at heart. It was great. She wheeled me to my bed, and then I tried to sit in it, but she said, no, you can't sit in it yet. We have to make the bed. And I was like, oh, duh, of course. So I'm sitting in the wheelchair. They're making the bed. It was really cool, man. They're hooking it up for your girl. The bed was made, and I go in, and they're asking me all kind of questions and this and that. How many of those pills did he take? Blah, blah, blah. So, gave him the 411 on why I was experiencing a full body allergy attack or whatever, allergic reaction. I don't know. This was my first serious allergic reaction to anything. I've never had a serious allergic reaction. So, until today. So, yeah, that was crazy. And I get in the bed, they're asking me what's up, and then I see the vials for blood. I know they're going to take my blood, and I start crying, man. I'm like, I really hate having my blood taken. I'm afraid of blood. It is just anything being in my skin, needle, sucking things. I can't. Yeah, so I just told him, I was like, look, I just recovered from a horrible experience at Quest where the lobotomist really botched my arm, and I showed him the pictures. He was like, oh, now I understand why you're crying. I was like, yeah. He was like, don't worry, I went to school for this. And I was like, did you cheat? He said, no, never. And then I asked, did you cheat on only some of the things? And he laughed and he said, yeah. I'm telling you guys, if you got to go to the ER, crack those nurses and doctors a little joke here and there. They're going to like you way more if you make them laugh. They have to deal with so many sick, maybe grumpy people, That's the thing I love about Alice Hatter, is making people laugh. So yeah, I'm out of the hospital. I'm all right. And don't if you are having an allergic reaction, you need to go to the emergency room right away. Oh yeah, I forgot. They like IV'd me with like some stuff, right? I don't know what it was. Maybe Dilaudid. I don't know. They like IV'd me something, and at first I was just feeling like a little sleepy, and then I don't know if this is because I've taken too much acid in my life or if it's like from PTSD or something, but sometimes if I'm just like looking at concrete, things start moving, or if I'm looking at a popcorn ceiling, like I see all those things like moving, and I don't even have to be tripping. But after they shot me up with whatever they shot me up with, it was like that times 20, dude. Like, there's this weird blue light thing sitting over me, and I was looking into a fish tank, dude. There's fish in there, and like a shark, and like one of them ate the fish. I'm telling you, whatever happened to me, and eventually I fell asleep, but I was trying to fight it because the patterns kept changing into like spider webs, these like yellow and green spider webs, and then like I had the fish tank in that light, that blue light. Real weird stuff, man. But yeah, I had to get out of there. The only thing that really bothered me was at the end. I was trying to get somebody to get this like IV thing out of my arm, and they were like, no, you have to keep that in until you're discharged. I'm like, can you take this out of my arm? I just can't look at it. It's like if I look at like a foreign object stuck in my skin, I get the creepy crawlies and the nauseous, and like it'll completely change my mood. Like, I was on Dilaudid or whatever, and then like I saw that thing was still in my arm while I'm waiting to go home, and I was like, somebody's got to take this out of my arm. Somebody's like kind of freaking out about it. It's like if you're on Dilaudid and you're still having anxiety about something being stuck in your arm, you know how bad it is. But yeah, you guys, don't ever put off going to the emergency room if you're having an allergic reaction. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope y'all have a great day or night.